Hey, this is Jay Spivey with Respect the View podcast. Hey, if you're interested in listening to a man speak on his views on parenthood, relationships, and understanding of life, then you're tuned into the right frequency. I'll be dropping a podcast twice a week, alright? You can check out my website and sign up for my email list at the bottom of the homepage to stay updated with all my latest podcasts. If you're interested in booking an interview with me, all you got to do is email me and then book a slot on my booking page. Hey, I appreciate you listening. Now let's get to the good stuff.
Hello.
Darling. What's going on? I had to cut him off my AC real quick so I can because when I edit it, I'ma knock out all the extra sound.
Okay. So, what's the timing then?
You said, say it again? You said, what time is it out here?
Yeah.
It's not late. It's only 4 o'clock out here, man.
Okay. So the sun's blazing, yeah? You got heat and I'm here in the rain and the cold.
I mean, if you want to complain about it, I guess. I'm out here burning up. I wouldn't say I'm out here just, you know what I mean? It ain't taking in the heat.
Come on,
I'm overheating.
Let's swap. Over there looks just so beautiful. I'm tired.
I don't know. Y'all on shutdown still. Y'all doing some crazy stuff over there.
Yeah, but we reopen on the 19th. On the 19th, we're supposed to go back to normal.
Yeah, but they already talking about some new strain about to hit. I ain't got time for these people.
I know. So what? None of that is happening up by you. What's happening by you?
I mean, shit, everything. I just don't be paying attention to nothing. Honestly, I find out about it because I research it. I don't really pay attention to a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like they got the schools about to open back up in August. Like the kids are about to try to get the kids back in school in August. But anybody
Children have been off this time.
Yeah, well, it's summertime now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's everybody just sitting at home with nothing to do. Like that's why my life changed dramatically because I'm a stay-at-home dad now, and I mean it's not as bad. I mean, if I had a little bit more structure, so that's what I'm working on right now is structure. But you know, sometimes you don't be having the time to work on the structure because of the help that you have. So it's like me going away, disappearing. I really had to go and work on myself again. You know what I mean? Like I'm always having to work on myself because it's a new level that I'm trying to get to. But it's like, but then it's like, you know what I mean? Like you might have had like, shit start falling apart, and it's like, okay, what's my next move? And I'm always trying to think about what's that. So, I mean, it's interesting though. You know, I mean, I'm getting the hang of it, but you know, I'm working on a limited amount of time. So,
what do you mean by that? A limited amount.
I mean,
of time?
I have. That's what I have. Like the family that's here to help me. One moment, my daughter is about to get dropped off. I just started my podcast. Hey, Sarah. Hi, Mama.
Let's go with Daddy.
Hmm?
Yeah, go with Daddy.
Come on. Oh,
yes,
no.
You can't play in the dark. You gotta go. Ow, it's my hair. No. Go with Daddy.
She gotta go back, Mama.
I'm gonna come back on the
Okay. I'm working. You know what I mean? I've been working on content. That's the crazy part. I've been working on content, dropping stuff on other platforms, but that's I just don't have the help. Like, you know, like like it might be an hour away from Sarah that I need.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I might, you know what I mean? I might be able to get it. I might not. Fall asleep. That's like when she fall asleep, okay, now it's time to get to work. You know, when she wake up, I'm still working. So it's just like, so now I'm trying to learn how to only take my dad breaks when she sleep, but she don't.
Right.
but she don't really sleep. What's wrong, Sarah? She don't really. That's like sleep and she poop like a grown man. This girl's ridiculous.
Don't talk about my Sarah like that. She's a lady.
So fatherhood is definitely interesting. I just say it like that. Younger me, I would have been like, bruh, I kill you if you have sex. That's what I tell myself.
Really? Do you think you had children at a young age and you could have waited? You could have waited.
I would. I definitely would have been okay. Yeah, I said I would have been okay.
to wait. But do you know
Heck
what
yeah.
I found? So as you know, I've got a 16-year-old. She's going to be 17 this year, and I also have a 4-year-old. So what I found was when I was, yes, now I'm more mature and stuff like that. But when I was younger, I was more carefree. I was more fun. I was more naive. That worked in my favor, and I had way more energy and way more patience than I do now. I understand
Then
why
you do
people,
now. That's not good.
yeah, because I have 2 children now. And I have more responsibilities. I have more responsibilities. Before I just had the one. And that's why I'm saying it just depends, because there's pros and cons to both. Because my perspective on things like, for example, vaccines and stuff like that, and just education and things like that is completely different now. I give thanks to my growth. But I feel like I had a lot more energy. And I'm wiser now, obviously. I'm wiser now. It's a balance. I can see why people wait to children, but I'm not sure if I recommend it. What I would say is, obviously don't have them too young, but what I would say is make sure whoever you get with, if you don't have a tight support network, make sure whoever you get with, make sure they do, and they're very family orientated. And that means you guys have the wraparound support, because that is what makes all the difference. Is that part for me that I have learned, like getting older. It's all about the support. It's all about your support network.
You're right. You're right. I mean, that's why I did a podcast on it. I just feel like that's why now I understand what are you fussing about? That's like I just my patience is thin. Like you said, I feel like my patience is hella thin. I think I would have been better. But I was like, I don't know if I'd be better off if I was older, but I'd be like, yeah, I'll damn sure wait and be like, hey, I'm only having kids, and my wife want to have kids, and she said she all right with none. I'll be like, hey, I'm chilling there, because this. Oh my goodness.
It's crazy because everybody's out here having babies, but nobody's talking about.
They don't understand. This shit is stressful. This shit is hella stressful.
It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. The kids, it's difficult to balance looking after them and looking after yourself as well.
Right.
To find that balance.
Gosh.
You only notice you're neglecting yourself when you burn out and you're like, hold on a minute, why am I so snappy all the time? Why am I just not myself? Why am I feeling ill, or why am I feeling so exhausted? And then you realize, like, oh my gosh, I haven't been looking after myself. I've been neglecting myself. When's the last time I've done something for me, like just for me? Do you know what I mean? And I was on a Facebook group the other day, and we were talking about like a father's role, and it would be really good to hear your perspective on this, because I feel like during pregnancy you've got the antenatal classes and you've got some parenting classes, but for me it didn't really stress how important it is to kind of look after yourself and make sure you have like a proper support network and putting that in place whilst you're pregnant, so then afterwards you have those people that can step in. And for dads, I was saying, because basically this post was a little bit unrelated to what we're talking about, but it kind of ties in. So it was basically saying this lady made a post and she said, look, I'm realizing that there's a lot of single mums here that and basically guys either leave during the pregnancy or just after the pregnancy. Like, what's up with that? Now, a lot of people took offense and they were like, oh, kind of shutting her down and saying, who are you to judge, etc., etc. I didn't take it that way.
Right.
Because it's a fact. I didn't take it like being horrible, but I think there's a complete disconnect. Like in pregnancy, there's a lot of focus on the woman and a lot of focus on the baby, and they don't really incorporate the man too much into what parenting looks like, what it's going to be like for him, how he can be supported, and how he can support also. There's no coaching in that way. So when the baby does come, and you're a man, you can tell me, when the baby does come, I don't know if it's like a culture shock to you guys because now you're getting less attention or you're going through your own emotions. You know that women go through postnatal depression, but men go through that as well. And I just feel like there's just not enough support for men. There's not enough support networks for men. And also, and also there's not enough coaching on how to actually support a woman during her pregnancy and after. Because if you've never done it before, you just don't know.
Right. I'm trying to say this without saying too much. And I know that sounds kind of cryptic, but I'm starting to learn as a man. Like, I'm not gonna say who I had the conversation with. I'm just gonna kind of tell you what I've been learning, because it kind of ties into what this what we spoke about a really long time ago, and it was about a young lady that was kind of upset about how things were. She couldn't find any assistance. She couldn't find any help. It was like she was trying to, like everybody be trying to find their sisterhood or their brotherhood, and it's like, why won't anybody rock with me? Why won't anybody talk to me? You know what I mean? And it's like, elevate. You know what I mean? We're talking about vibrate higher. Remember, we was talking about it. But but on another level, on the man side, it's kind of hard. Some of us shoot ourselves in the foot, and there's a lot of for instance, there's a lot of let's just say it was pretty much school, and you weren't the best studier. Like, maybe you wanted to learn better test habits, maybe, you know what I mean? But like, you were just too lazy to. And there was a club you wanted to get into, but you couldn't get into it because you had like a C average. But right in the club, you needed all A's. But you had the ability to get A's if you wanted to. You just didn't do it. Which in turn excludes you from the club because you just didn't feel like doing it.
Right. Okay.
A lot of us men.
What's good, people? It's Jay Spivey. So if you haven't heard, there's this amazing app, and it's the easiest way for you to make your podcast, and it's free. All right, so let me explain. It has all the creative tools that allow you to edit your podcast the right way, right from your phone or your computer. And it allows you to distribute your podcast to all the major platforms like Apple and Spotify and many, many more. All right? You can literally make money with little to no listeners. Like, how dope is that? All you got to do is go to anchor.fm to get started. Go check it out.
Like, we try to like maneuver around shit. Like, we can, like you said, there's probably a group of men that we can go ask. Like, but we don't be at that level yet, or we don't be like, you know what I mean? We don't even take a look in that direction. Like for me, like personally, there's a lot of trauma that I know I'm still going through that I'm okay with, dealing with. But it's preventing me from wanting to be in a brotherhood with other men.
Right. Okay.
Sarah, bro, you need a nap. Calm down. That's like we've been up here all day, so she just fussy, need a nap. That's like we gotta get back down the hill. Yeah, I had to tell their mom and put some protection spells over my kids, man. I just feel like
what is happening?
I just felt like it was too much going on. But yeah, back to the topic. But but for but that's what like for me personally, that's why I just like to stick to kind of like the like how things work in my life personally. But I feel like that really prevented me from really trying to mingle with a lot of these other people. And like you said, like women, y'all get together a lot easier than dudes do. Like, yeah, it might be easier for dudes to make friends and stuff like that. Like you know what I mean, with relatable hobbies. Same as for women, but it's different. It's different. Like it's,
you mean like sports and things like that?
Yeah, like you said, the support is definitely different. That's what I'm saying. I just feel like for black men, we got to move a certain way. Okay, I mean it's more of it being too many dummies on the planet, and I can understand why. So if we coming from an intellectual standpoint, we're not talking about like, oh, book smart, so how many degrees do you have? But it's niggas, like, it's individuals that think they really smart, but they're really not. And that's what I'm saying. And it's bullshit that they can't see through. And that's why I'm like, this world is kind of like, you know what I mean? There's enough evil in it already. So I feel like the groups that we're trying to find or trying to mingle ourselves with, there's only two ways that it can be brought about getting into these groups. Either we're gonna become them and then join them, or we make up our own.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like some of these, you know, like some of like it's powerful. You know, it's power in numbers.
Definitely. I agree.
It's power in numbers, and that's what I'm like. We're still so divided as just a culture. As we're still divided as indigenous people, if you want to use that term, we're still so divided that we letting everybody that don't know. That's what I'm saying. They probably know, but they know and try to hide it from us. Like I'm finding out that there's so many like towns and bodies of water that were never there, but then now they're there. And what I mean by that is the white people flooded the town, killed all the black people, burned the town down, and then poured water into the hole and then filled it up and turned it into a lake. This has been happening all over America. Oh, black people, they about to turn up over here and get some stuff popping. Not black people, you know, melanin people. Oh, they about to get the business popping over here. Boom, crash and burn. They move it over here. Boom, crash and burn. That's what I'm saying. Like it's been intentional. It's been intentional. And that's what I'm saying. Like it sucks because it's like you know what I mean. As a kid, we used to be mad. It's like, you know what I mean. Like the white oppressor this, and it's like, nah, it ain't the white. You know what I mean. It's this and it's this, and it's like, wait, like, but then we keep finding stuff out, and it's like people probably been knowing this stuff, and we've been having it in books and having it in, but ain't nobody been listening. This is probably the most woke we ever been, but yet the most sleep we've ever been.
It's the conditioning. We need to reprogram. We have been through vigorous conditioning, and even though it's frustrating, I really try to take my time with my people because I understand what our people have endured. No other people have endured it, and we're still striving. We're still here. We're still standing, and I don't think another people could have withstood what we have endured, you know. So it's hard to find a balance because, like you say, there are a lot of ignorant people out there. There's a lot of ignorant people out there. When I can't have this type of discussions with just anybody. I can't. And it just, people say, raise your vibration and align with your tribe and all of these things. And I totally, totally agree with that. And that highly resonates with me. But I feel like, although, like you said, this is probably the most woke we've been, but the most ignorant we've been also, I feel like there's a lot of ignorance out there still. A lot, and it's really, I just find it quite challenging because when I put myself out there and I align with some beautiful souls, I also meet others who just are not aligned and is not as elevated, and it's like it kind of makes me want to keep myself to myself.
Right, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I think. That's what I be speaking little bits and pieces on my little segments that I be doing, and I be like, nah, bro, I'm good on it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I felt like I was doing a little too much, but that's what when I start sticking to my alignment, I had to start kicking the women to the curb. That that's what it was no fault of they. It was I can't say that it was their fault. They decided to make those decisions in life. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing I can do about that. But I was just like, I'm just like, you amazing, you cool. Just like we just got too much going on, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
what's your definition of too much going on?
Okay, I definitely have slightly different views now than I probably did 6 months ago, 9 months ago. I feel like that's what I'm like, too much. I mean, I already got a lot going on. So if you ain't got time for me and you doing like a trillion things, like, I get it. Everybody got to level up. But like, if I'm still busy and I can make time for you, and you so busy that I'm only talking to you once or twice a week, I'm good. I'm not really that I'm not really that interested.
We spoke about this. So let me ask.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I just from a respect standpoint, like I can either be doing more with my time or be giving my time to somebody else that actually has time.
But then, so my thing is this: I find with men that a lot of the time I'm very gracious when it comes. You know me, I'm very laid back. I'm very cool. Like if you're busy. That's fine. Go ahead. I feel like you're the same as well. Actually, maybe because we're friends. You're quite gracious, like you don't take it personal, or maybe because that's just our dynamic. I don't know.
But yeah. Remember, we're not sleeping with each other. It's a completely different dynamic.
Different, yeah, it is different. But even some men as friends, or just some people as friends, I find that they like to stick it on you when you're not sticking it on them back. So they like to be like, oh, you didn't respond, or you didn't. And then when I'm like, okay, then I can meet you there because I definitely can. I'm like, okay, if that's your style of communication, we'll do it like that. I find that they can't even keep up with what they're asking for. And I don't like that because there's a few guys, and this is quite common in the men that I've experienced. They will, make comment as to how busy I am. And I'm like, oh, okay, so what suits you? What works for you? And they're like, oh, yeah, well, I won't say touch base every day and a couple times a day or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So I do that. But then I find when I'm doing that now, you're busy. But now I'm bringing it to your attention and like, well, actually, you didn't respond to my messages yesterday. And you are the one that has actually demanded this dynamic, and you even keep up with what you've asked for. So what is that? What is that?
So yeah, that's I can't remember. Like you said, it's always like, oh, I can't speak for that one. Remember, it's always like 1,000 little scenarios, and I'd be like, damn, like I was like, I don't know about that particular one. I mean, besides that's what I'm saying. We men, sometimes the busyness be fake. You know what I mean? That's what and that's what I'm saying. Like, but I don't fake busy. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I get it. And that's what if you're even
Well,
You
your
know what I
full
mean? Yes, mama. What's wrong? You want to pick you up? Oop. And that's why I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm real life busy. You know what I mean? Besides me staying in Serafina's world or trying my best, and then, you know, stepping into Nicole's world, and then on top of that, still getting content done and putting out. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming out with blogs, spoken words. You ain't trying to hear me on the guitar, my G. I'm telling you, it's popping. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, my daughter was looking at me crazy, but I was getting hyped. But I've been, you know what I mean? I be working my ass off. I ain't even gonna tell you about the shit that you know what I mean? I'm working. So I'm like, so I'm not faking being, you know what I mean? I don't like the whole high value thing, but I'm not faking getting things done. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I understand that I have to be on social media. That's why I'm gonna end up getting back on Facebook, because I'm noticing that that's the only way I'm gonna actually get my company to grow, which I'm okay with. But it's a lot of that shit that I just don't mess with. You know what I mean? Like, you know me, I'm real low key, so I'm like, y'all doing too much for me. You know what I mean? I still see the bash, and you know what I mean? You still see all the comment stuff, but now I'm like, why are all y'all on my friends list? I'm about to unfriend all of y'all. like that's literally how I've been feeling lately. Like you said, I just kind of be wanting to stay to myself. Because that's what I'm just like, I'm like you said, I'm understanding it. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I'm older, I'm wiser. That's what I'm saying, you know, like, you know, but that, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you start seeing how the world is, and it's like, oh, that's why this is why men were doing stuff, and it didn't seem like it was right, but it might have been like to protect somebody, and to that somebody, it might have been themselves, because now we have a lot of black women that's backtracking and trying to backtrace and do this backpedaling thing, and it's not looking pretty.
In what way? What does backpedaling look like to you? What's that?
I mean the starting. That's what I'm saying. Remember, well, you can call it programming. So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't necessarily put it all on the women, but that's what I'm saying. That's just like me thinking sex was like the greatest thing, and men are being like, nah, don't do it until this, don't do it until this, and me not listen, and then me have a consequence. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. But now men are telling not all black men, but there's a majority of black men, not a majority. I would say, okay, let's just go half, because I don't really know the percentages. But I see a lot of black men online telling other black men, just dismiss marriage. Don't think about getting married.
Oh, wow. Ever? Or until you're older?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they say, if you plan on doing it, wait until you're older. But now black men are telling younger black men not to get married at all. That's what I'm saying. It's bad. I remember I was telling you it was getting bad. It's a year. It's almost a year later. It's bad now. It's bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I know Kevin Samuels is like the big face of it all.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that this content has been going on for probably 3 to 5, 7 years prior, of black men telling that black men, they're warning us, like, watch out for the black women. This is about to come. This is about to hit.
Black women you need to watch out for.
That's what they were saying. That's what I'm like. It depends on who you listen to. I don't listen to them anymore because I have my own views. But I had to get an understanding of what I'm up against. And that's what I'm saying. These are 40, 50-year-old men. That's like my dad, but not saying what my dad says. You know what I mean? So
what is their narrative? So they're saying, listen, young bucks, don't get married. It's not what you think it is. Beware of these women. So what are they saying? Why are they saying it, firstly? What's their reasoning?
You know why. I know you want to hear it. I feel like you know why. I just come on now. Okay. I mean, it gets pretty deep. I had to tell a young lady that I text that don't be offended at some of the stuff that I talk about, but this is just the understanding that I have, and that's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing of black women trying to make it seem like they didn't need black men is what I meant by the whole backpedaling thing.
Right.
Because now it's like like you said, like our people have been so brainwashed to thinking that black women and black men are like, you know what I mean? Not I keep using the word black, and I really want to use the term melanin. I don't really like the word black. Black means the absence of color. We already know that. So, but our melanin people, like you said, like I said, we've been so programmed, so brainwashed to thinking like that we just gotta be on equal playing fields. You, this what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, who what are you bringing to the table? All of that shit is so annoying. It's so annoying when we were supposed to work together to begin with, but then we trying to figure out who the fuck puts the table together. Can the man put the table together and the woman fucking cook on the table, please? Put the plates on the table, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it was bad because this is what was happening in the early 2000s, and it was the Sex in the City and the whole. So you know what I mean? It was kind of funny, and when I remember it as a kid, I was just like, it's not that big of a deal. But my mama wasn't the best cook, but my mama could cook. No, you know what I mean? I'm not laughing. I'm being serious. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? She wasn't like throwing it down like my grandma, but she was cooking.
She was contributing. She was doing.
My mom was the cook, and it was fire, and I ate it, and I was thankful. You feel me?
I feel you.
But damn, like I'll be damned if a kid. That's what I'm saying. I'll be complaining too if every time my mama popped in a fucking a TV Lunchable. I'll be hot.
So hold on. So wait, because we've jumped into gender roles here. So
not necessarily gender roles, because I'm a really good cook when I feel like cooking.
Right. Okay. So that's
my
what
mom was the. That's what I'm saying. My mom had a boyfriend in the house. You know what I mean? I don't do stepdad, so that's why I say it like that. But he was a bomb ass cook too.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you said you'd be pissed if your mum was giving you Lunchables and stuff to eat. So
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, that would have been a problem for me. I would have had an issue with that.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What if mum was doing other stuff like, I don't know, so she was the breadwinner, she was going out, she was working, and she kept the house clean, but her boyfriend cooked wicked home cooked meals, like just gourmet stuff, beautiful. How would you feel then? Would you still feel that it was, nah, I want my mum's cooking, I want my mum to cook, Mr. Man, that's not your, nah, I don't want that, I want my mum's cooking?
I mean the sad reality is my mom was at work most of the time, he was not at work most of the time, and my mama still did everything.
Still cooking, right.
I mean,
right.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, and you know how I would like to comment how dangerous that view is that I saw as a kid, because I feel like it played into my work ethic.
In what way?
Seeing a lazy ass Negro builds another lazy ass Negro.
Damn, that's powerful, you know. That's
I mean, we can put it all the way down the bloodline. The funny thing is, he would complain and tell me I was lazy, but that's like, I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's some shit that you could say to really be piercing, and you know what I mean? You could really pierce into a man's heart, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that goes for men and women. That was a gender neutral statement that I just made. That's what I like to say now. My gender neutral statements, but it's you know what I mean? Like, the world is not going to get better like that. I'm saying I see the issue and what's wrong. And the crazy thing is, it doesn't matter if I see the issue, if I still have baggage that I have to fix. That's why it's a lot of stuff when I look at people, I be wanting to say something and I be like, nah, I'll check you when I'm rich. I'll check you in a little while when I actually got my shit together, because I got a lot to say to you, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Why?
And it's because saying it at the particular moment like me right now, like I need my mom and my grandma. Without them, I'm literally crippled. And so it's like it's a lot of stuff that I be wanting to say, and it might, you know what I mean, or religion, or you know, whatever the case is. I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna wait until I'm, you know, away from all the chaos.
Yeah,
Because that's what, like, because
your
I think we talked about it. I moved back to the same situation, like going through, like, you know what I mean, like you know, like, well, I'm kind of stuttering now, but when I like when the mother of my children said she needed help and we had to ended up like moving back home,
yeah,
like moving back to Cali. That's what I'm saying. Like I put myself back in a really bad situation mentally.
oh right, okay,
Like
okay.
that was where all my trauma was. That's where all the pain was. So I had left it and then ended up having to come right back to it. And that's what
Right.
I'm saying. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if however you want to think about it, but that's what I'm saying. It could have been like the reason why I couldn't hold on to that house that I had out there was because I wasn't supposed to have it anyway. I still had work to do. So God made me come. So God made me come all the way back, do my healing, so I can fix what I need to fix, and then I can leave. And that's why I'm saying, like this. That's why I could be in a lot. I can be in a very. I can be in a more, you know, a horrible situation. But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm okay with keeping my mouth shut until the time being. But still working on myself. That's why I got my website, got my podcast, got my YouTube. So I'm putting out my views. I'm putting out my thoughts, and that's what I'm saying. I'm putting out my ideas, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's what like this. That's like for the. I mean, not for the record, but that's what like when the music drops, I'm good.
I can't
I'm
wait.
doing I'm doing everything that I want to do. I'm happy. I don't. That's what I don't need much. That's what I'm saying. The fact that I have 2 kids and I need a 2+ bedroom, it's unfortunate, you know. I mean, but that just means I might have to relocate somewhere where it's cheaper or grind a little harder. But that's what I'm saying. I'm working on. That's what I'm saying. I literally work on. You know, that's what I've been seeing my angel numbers every single day, 20 times a day. So I know I'm going in the right track. I'm just,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? I'm just literally just keeping a smile on my face and trying to make sure I don't go back to that negative mindset. Cause it's like that. Remember I told you, that's why I start cutting people off. Cause as soon as I feel like, you know what I mean? It's like somebody else's situation might be bad and you be like, damn, like, am I feeling bad because of your situation? Or am I feeling bad because of what I'm going on? But I'm working every day and I'm working hard. So I should feel better about myself.
So
But
how do you, for those people who can relate and with what you're saying, it resonates with them, what advice do you give to kind of keep grounded, keep focused, and keep your vibration high? Because like you said, you're dealing with trauma, you had to revisit a place which held a lot of trauma for you, and you said you kind of was doing the work, working through it. How do you manage to keep your vibration high whilst kind of on the spiritual battlefield, on the physical battlefield? How do you do that?
oh man, I mean, I kind of break it up into kind of different segments, but like you said, it's not that much help for the black man. And then if you want to throw, I mean, you know, the melanin man, and if you want to throw other characteristics in it, people don't really, you know, like you remember when witches used to get killed and heads chopped off. But yet we got everybody right now talking about, oh, I'm a witch, I'm a warlock, I'm a this, I'm a that out loud. Like I'm not saying those have consequences, but if we read enough, like there's still a lot. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's okay to educate and things like that. But and I get the expression, but that's what I'm saying. Like some of us, we're pigeonholing ourselves. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like when you start smoking weed and you want to play sports and you can't do both.
Damn.
And then when you get to a specific level and then you're still doing that crap that you're not supposed to do, there's dire consequences, like getting booted out of the league, quote unquote, quote unquote. And that's what I'm saying. You know, that could be related to, you know, not being able to you know, find the right group of men to kind of, you know, rock with, or, you know, whatever. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. Everybody, I don't like trends. That's what I'm saying. After the whole spirituality thing really became a giant trend, like, you know, you already know. That's when you time to take a step back. Let's really see what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. Let's really see what's going on. Let's really see what's happening, because you know what I mean. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And that's what, like, the more I study about Black people, I'm like, that's what I'm saying, or, you know, the indigenous and the melanated community, the more interesting it's getting. You know, they starting to take down TikTok, and Black people just go we're actually working on getting off of that app completely. But that's like, it's a lot of stuff going on, and it's
I've
like,
seen things floating around, a few Black platforms floating around.
They say, I think fan base or fan page or I think it's called fan base.
Fan base, I think. Yeah, fan base, I think I heard of, but I've only seen it pop up once. Now you've said that, I'm literally going to make a note of it and see if I can download it.
I mean, that's what I'm like. It's just it's getting interesting, because it's like the stuff that I care about and I want to talk about. Like, yeah, it might be spiritual. That's what I'm saying. But you know what I mean. I can still tie God into everything that I I'll talk about. But the you know, the reality is, like, you know what I mean. There's a lot of men that are in my life that are Christian, and, you know, truth be told, if I don't rock with Christianity, that's what I'm saying. You know, and for me, it's a part of the you know, speak even if it kills me.
Right.
Like, speak, you know, speak even if I'm, you know, even if I'm killed, you know, killed from my words. So it's like, it's still living my truth. That's why I'm like, that's why, you know, that's why I was just like, hey, I smoke. Like, that don't mean I'm different. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't talk about it. I don't do it around kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm actually trying to separate myself from it, and, you know, and elevate higher. But that's what I'm saying. I deal with so much. Sometimes I gotta keep the blunt in my hand. That's one of that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was like. That's one of those things. Like, I've elevated. Like, that's why I work on myself. I make sure I write every day to keep my mental straight. As long as I stay, remember, it's more of a purpose thing. As long as I feel like I'm staying on my purpose, I'm content. Now, the problem is, not the problem, but I'm waiting for the things that I'm producing to flourish into full blossomed, like, movements, and, you know, and then being able to support my family with them. Until then, I just gotta keep my head down and keep putting in the work. That's why I'm like, I got a couple songs that I'm supposed to be jumping on, and those are of the rap genre. And I don't know if I'm actually gonna rap on it or if I'm gonna sing on it. But I got some stuff that I've been working on, and I kind of shut myself down for a couple more months just to see just to see the work that I can get done. But then in doing that, it made me realize, like the only kind of, like, relationship I want with a woman is when we're both remember we was talking about it, when we're both benefiting from each other. Because it's pointless for me to, you know what I mean, like I get kind of bored fast. Like, you know, I'm okay with saying that, but that's not to say, like, you know what I mean, like, if I tell a girl that, she's gonna be like, I'm not boring, you're boring, you know what I mean, like, and I don't like that. That's why I just leave that shit alone. Like, you know what I mean,
So
like, everybody got.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you need to stimulate you? What stimulates you? What bores you and what stimulates you?
There's not just one. So, like, this goes more into being a guy, and that's why I'm like, I feel like, I feel like when women hear shit like this, it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna try to be more like that, and that's where the whole dynamic is, like, you know what I mean, like a boy, when Sierra was doing all of that, it was just bad. It was just bad because.
Really?
Okay, psychologically, that's what I'm saying. Men have been talking about it in numerous of books. And the book that I told you about, that I went back to numerous of times is the how to it's not how to produce, but it's how to build a highly spiritual man. I forgot the exact name of it, but I gotta get the name of it for you. That's what do I have it on me? No, I don't have it on me.
Is it the one that says you can't love and understand a woman at the same time? Was it something like that? That quote, did that come from it?
I'm not sure if he said that in the book, but that did come from somebody that I was listening to.
That really stuck with me. I was like, what?
That came from a YouTuber. He said there's no way you can possibly understand women and love women at the same time. He said you either gonna understand them or you're gonna love them and put up with their bullshit. He said you can't do both.
Wow.
He was dead ass when he said that too. That's like I think that guy that I'm talking about, he has over like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's ridiculous.
And that resonated with you. But for me, I'm just like, I feel like if you understand a woman, it gives you the capacity to love her even deeper. I don't understand how, but then this is where the different perspectives come into play, I guess, because you're a man, I'm not, I'm a straight female, so I've only dealt with men romantically. I've never had a romantic relationship with a woman, and this is why I always ask questions and I'm so open to hearing a man's perspective, because for me that makes no sense at all. To you it makes sense, and to other men it probably does
make sense. Right.
Followers. So
at least you want to understand.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Because it's a lot of it's a lot of people that just rather just go back and forth and be kind of mad about it.
I'm very inquisitive, and you know what? I am all for, we're not going to progress. It's so baffling to me that as a people, we say, oh, what is it? Men are from Mars and women are from Venus and whatever. It's like, we've been around each other since the beginning of time, as far as I know, and we still are baffled by each other. This is ridiculous. I feel like it's a boundary that we're putting up, or it's just a lack of, I don't know, we want mystery surrounding the other sex, or maybe we don't have enough friendships with each other to actually really get over that romantic. If it's not romantic, then I don't want to be with you. And I can't remember who I was having this conversation with. Was it you, when I was saying, I feel like, I don't know if it was you actually, but I was saying, I feel like beyond, a lot of the time, I feel like attractive women, or women deemed attractive, find it very difficult for a genuine connection, because men don't look further than their sexuality. They don't look further than what they see. Whereas a woman who isn't deemed, and this goes for men as well, isn't deemed socially attractive, or to a 10, so to speak, or in that top tier, people will see other attributes aside from their physicality. And it's like, I feel there is a major disconnect. It wasn't you, I'm remembering, I was speaking to someone else. I feel like there's a major disconnect between men and women, because they don't push past that initial point. When they say, can men and women be friends? And a lot of people say no. Can they be genuine friends? A lot of people say no. I think that is ridiculous. I think men and women can definitely be friends. Men and women need to be friends, because we're each other's allies. We need to understand each other. How is a mum going to raise a son without understanding men or boys? How is that going to happen?
It's like 10,000 ways we can break that down. So we gotta go all the way back to square one. Right. So it's like okay, like you said, when it comes to, I'll touch on the beautiful women, and then I'll touch. Okay. Do I need to go inside? Sarah's asleep though. That's what I'm just like.
Oh, she's sleeping. Cool. Yeah. Well, we've nearly done an hour anyway, but I'd really like you to answer that.
Yeah. Exactly. No, yeah, I'm not tripping. I'm not even tripping. That's what I'm like. 1 second. The whole relationship thing. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of,
Yeah, you said you were going to touch on the pretty women thing.
I am. It's the pretty
Yeah.
women. It's the pretty women not being able to have friends and like that whole realm right there. Like men see everything differently now. Like
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to speak for all men, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and I know you don't speak for all women, or I know you don't relate to all women.
For sure.
But a lot, not a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's a nice percentage of young women that that dudes are now turned off by because of the whole I might be pretty, but I'm entitled. Like, and dudes not going for it no more. Like they're good. And that's what I'm saying. Like I remember we had a conversation, and you were just like, I'd rather talk to a man without kids because I know how men are, with kids. But the men, but that's what I'm saying. Like from my understanding now, it's the women. It's like it's gonna be just as hard for the beautiful women with kids to get a man than it is for like any other woman to get a man. That's what I'm saying. Like it might be tears. Like having no kids is like the end right now. Like having no kids at all. But if you have kids, like that's why I tell people like depending. That's what maybe it might depend on if you have a boy or a girl in your specific situation. That's like if you want to kind of break it down like that. But a majority of people, like a majority of individuals with kids, like they gotta watch out as being used like as a cum bucket, as being used just for sexual desire. Like and I don't feel like that gets looked at enough because it's like, oh, I got men chasing me. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I made a post about it a long time ago, and I was like, do y'all really got men chasing y'all? Y'all just got one men that want to suck their meat on you. So there's a difference.
Speak on it. Definitely.
It's a big difference. And it's like if this man ain't if all these men chasing you and none of these men asked to marry you and you telling me you told 5 men no, like okay, you're dead. You're still. Oh, I don't want to get married, girl. You're not getting married. Then I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not even. I'm not sugarcoating it no more. I'm not sugarcoating it no more.
Why isn't she? Because when you said she said no 5 times, I was like, yay, good girl. She said no, good. She's not falling for the trap. But why isn't she?
What trap?
Because, like you said, some women are completely unaware. It's an accomplishment to have several men running after her. She feels desired. She feels, wanted. She feels accomplished in that.
Why is she still saying no into her 30s?
Why is she?
I'm talking about. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't care what age a woman get married. I'm not talking about no cycles. I don't care about when they want to have kids. I'm talking about, bro. If a dude was like, bro, I'm trying to marry you. You fine as hell. I want to create a life with you, build something with you. At 22, and you telling me you've been saying no, and probably had about 3, 4, 5 other dudes ask you to marry them until your 30s, and you was like, nah, I'm good.
But that could be several reasons. That's happened to me.
That's what I'm saying. It happens to it probably happens to a majority of good women. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of good women on this planet, and it's like, bam, like what, like I'm like, damn, like it shouldn't be like this. I'm just saying it shouldn't be like this.
What should it be? What should it be like?
We should. If we was less traumatized, we'll find our partners earlier. But we all fucked up.
That's right. And do you know what? I wish that was said more because we're always placing blame on each other. Our people, I always see, melanated men this, melanated women that. Da, 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 da. When are they going to realize? When are they? Oh, the bad bitch. Da, da, da. Oh, the cheaters. This. We're damaged. We're damaged, and this is why I said friendship is so important. We need to become each other's allies, each other's healers, each other's friends first. And we're trying to skip so much and not see, we don't even see the value. If we don't see the value, if I don't see the value in a melanated man, I'm not going to see the value in myself. I'm not.
You don't see where a majority of people are trapped at though? What chakra are they trapped in? Because remember, a lot of this issue is dealing with the fact that what people can't keep their private parts in their pants. What chakra is that?
Is that the sacral chakra?
They stuck in the lower they stuck in the lower chakras. They ain't
So
even reached
don't
they
you
ain't
think?
even reached the chakra of consciousness yet, and they think they have. That's how smart they think they are.
But don't you?
But they ain't been able to put down sex yet. They ain't reached nothing.
And you know what? And this is why I'm refraining from sex. You know something? If I feel like having sex tomorrow, I will have sex tomorrow. However, I don't, because until I come across a man that understands really what sex is about, that energy exchange, that manifestation energy, whatever, it's just a waste of energy. It's just a waste of energy, draining yourself, draining me. It just doesn't make any sense until you understand that, you know, we can make magic here. We can manifest anything we want, literally anything. We're just wasting time. We're wasting time, wasting energy. I could put that in to make something creative. I can manifest something for myself, by myself. I'm not giving away my magic like that. And we don't understand how magical and powerful we are. And that's just it. But I think it comes down to still programming. It never benefited, you know, the people who enslaved us to notify us of how magical we were and what that meant when we, you know, when we are functioning on a higher vibration. It's always their agenda on this low level vibration, and it makes me sad that so many of us are feeding into it. And that's why when that woman made that post about a lot of us women, a lot of melanated women are being left during pregnancy and left after pregnancy, that also comes down to slavery, because that's what they used to do to us. They used to have, you know, a prime buck impregnating all the women and then take them off to another farm to do that elsewhere, so, you know, and also sell our men, you know, sell our men to different farms, etc.
I mean, yeah, that's what, like, they want to get mad, but like, the trauma of being gay is definitely in our blood too. I don't want to comment on it, but
speak on it. It's the truth.
I mean, I've been doing some studying. I'm just saying, if you want to say slavery was in our is still in our trauma, then you should know that buck breaking, back breaking, all that shit that they was doing and taking away our leaders.
That's why they do it in jail.
But my thing is,
they still do it in jail.
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I was agreeing with you. I'm saying that's why they still practice that as a form of dominance in prisons. That's why they still do it. That's why they still do it. That practice is still ingrained in us. You know, a lot of them come out of prison traumatized. The men that are doing it are not gay, but they're doing it to
survive, right?
You know, over, you know. So you're 100% right. And it's not spoken about enough. It's not spoken about enough.
But then how many
shy away from exactly what you just said? A lot, not just men, a lot of people shy away from that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not interested in shying away. I'm trying to understand and I'm trying to learn. But then that's what I'm saying. The more that I learn, the more that I learn about our history. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they used to drink our blood. They used to eat us. We watch cartoons based off of people that they made into famous cartoon characters, like the actual people, like vampires. Literally, the idea of a vampire, like it was them eating black people.
And they still do it.
And I'm like, bro, like, it made me think about how powerful we really are and what we really are, and how far that they were actually willing to make sure we didn't know our history. And it's so crazy. Like I saw the funniest thing the other day, and this doesn't have anything to, you know, like, you know what I mean? I'm not a racial person, so it doesn't have anything to do with anything. It just made me laugh. But it was like, well, I know we have ancestors, but like, white people, who y'all be talking to? I thought y'all ancestors hated y'all. Like, especially if y'all helping black people, like, and it made me think. I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, black people, of course, if you didn't understand that, like, Africans had to enslave themselves. Like, literally, we sold ourselves out. If you didn't understand that, then
Mhm.
you know it's a lot of stuff that you probably wouldn't really comprehend. But you know what I mean. But that's what when you start thinking about it, you like. I mean, yeah, I got bad ancestors, and
We
but
got good
yeah,
ones.
like who the hell y'all really be talking to? Because it's like it's only you know what I mean. It ain't been forever since y'all been trying to help.
Exactly.
So from that standpoint, it's a lot of spiritual stuff that that's what I'm saying. Like I'm okay with hearing a message from anyone, but I understand if I want to dig into some like ain't no learning no hoodoo voodoo from the white woman.
Not at all. And you'd be surprised how many of them write our books. Write our books. You'd be
And that's scary to me. That's I don't know about nobody else, but that's scary to me.
very.
Like even that's what I'm saying. Like I get like I might not rock with Jesus. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if they were able to show me his bones, I might be able to rock with him a little bit more. But that's why I just get so confused because I'm just like, okay, I'm down with believing in God, but not like how everybody is trying to portray it. Because even the Bible, it'll make you think it's talking about the physical realm, and it's not.
I can't lie, I haven't read the Bible in a long time. In a long time.
It'll definitely make you feel like it's talking about the physical realm. But that's what I'm saying. Like the shit isn't even. I am an English speaking dark skinned person. I don't know what English is. I don't know what the F it is. I might be cussing, but these ain't real cuss words. The language is fake. Where is my language at? I wanna read the text and wherever my people came from, my heritage. I want to read it in that language.
You're with me. That's exactly how I think. That's exactly how I think. I could hook you up with a few people, but then it's like, how do we trace? But I just want to know my tribe. How do we trace back our tribe? I don't trust ancestry.com and all of that jazz. I really don't.
Never will.
I don't really feel comfortable doing that. I feel like the only way we're gonna know is to go to Africa and just visit as many countries as we can. And I feel like wherever we go, wherever resonates with us within our spirit, that's home, that's us. And I believe our tribes will know us as well, because I've seen elders do that. I've seen elders speak to people and be like, "You're from my tribe. You're from my tribe. You're a Fulani, or they can recognize us." And I really want to do that before our elders transition and are unable to do that anymore, because there's a lot of them that don't even care about all of that. They don't care about that, although, yes, like you said earlier, this is the most woke that we've been for a while. However, same way you acknowledge, there is still a lot of ignorance. There's still a lot of ignorance, and I want to be able to do that. And I do you know what? I don't think it's a coincidence that at this time where a lot of people are talking about this return to Africa, we've now been blocked from travel. I don't know about.
Oh, right.
But over here, you can't go, and all these places are conveniently on our red list, so we really cannot go there unless we're willing to put up about $2,000 to stay in a hotel after quarantine. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's a coincidence that this has been happening. The president of Tanzania, I believe, when he said, "No, guys, I'm not giving my people this vaccine," etc., etc., he really stood strong, and then he turned up dead soon after. And I was just like, this isn't a coincidence. So, we have to really be aware of what's going on around us and know that we're still on the battlefield. It's still a fight.
I mean, as crazy as it seems, the world, that's what I'm saying, I understand how scary it is. I mean, I see, that's what I'm saying, like, like you said, if you don't have no protection and you trying to be out here being Mr. Woke, somebody gonna come for your ass.
That's factual.
And that's
But
what's like, and like you said, like all of a sudden we get blocked from traveling. I know people that I communicate that already moved back home, and they like, hey, I'm chilling. But like that's what I'm saying. It's an issue everywhere, but it's just interesting. It's just interesting because, like you said, there's a lot of us that been talking about going back. My grandma was like, "Girl, boy, you sound crazy. You ain't going home to no Ghana." I was like, Nanny, you don't know. You don't,
come on,
you don't know.
just put them with us.
That's what I'm like. You know what I mean? It's a lot of places that I kind of want to, just experience. And that's like we was able to do it a long time ago, and now everybody woke with. Now it's like what? Now 10 years later, we ain't nobody gonna be able to go to Africa.
Now
That's
we
what I'm
can't
saying.
go.
That's
Now we
what
can't
I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a war. I mean, I feel
go.
like it's.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna. Like you remember, I was talking about its power in numbers. Just think,
Mhm.
just think if they didn't destroy all of those cities that just had all of those wealthy black people in it. But then think about. But then also, remember we were speaking on it. The intelligence of the world, it ain't really there like we want it to be.
Right.
So yeah, you might feel like it's me against the world. It's probably another 15, 20, 30, 50,000 of you that thinks just like that. But
True.
you ain't put in the work yet. Okay,
It's true.
I guess a good explanation would be, have you seen the movie Immortals?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah, long
So
time
you
ago.
So remember when he started off mortal, and then after he whooped all the gods' asses, he became one.
Yeah, yeah. That was cool.
It
I
was
love
kind
that.
of it's kind of like in that sense. We got a lot of work to do before we can elevate to this frequency of which we are trying to reach. And
Oh,
and and
yeah,
and and it, you know what I mean, for some of us it's gonna cost us our life, and we're not really willing to pay that.
yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know what? You've amped me up. You've amped me up. I needed this. I really needed this. I really needed this. You don't even know how much I needed this because I was into myself. You know how it goes with the introvert extrovert cycles. You know how it goes like I was in my introvert cycle and I was into myself and kind of just feeling like, oh gosh, am I going to connect with like-minded people? Are they really out here? I mean, I know they're out here, but am I going to connect with them? Am I going to be with my tribe? But yeah, you've just reiterated that anything is possible, and I need to do that work. I need to continue. I'm doing the work, but I need to continue doing the work. When I feel like that, I know that I need to dig deeper. And you've just reminded me that, yeah, dig deeper, go harder, apply more pressure. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So give thanks.
Much love, much love.
Much love always, my darling. Always, always. We're an hour and 8 minutes. We've done well. Um, I want to continue I want our next
Oh
topic
yeah,
to be.
I'll be at home tomorrow. So
Will you? So
yeah.
let's continue that tomorrow because I'm in this vibe. I was in a funk before. You don't even know. I was really into myself, really in a reflective, introvert place, which isn't a bad thing. I want to highlight. It isn't a bad thing, but I feel like my stage was going on a bit too long. It was going on a bit too long. I
I
needed
mean,
some push me
yeah.
into action.
I just crept out of mine, so I understand. But now that's what I'm saying. But now I'm like, listen, I'm okay with people trying to be in my life, but it got to be for a reason. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? I can't. The one-sided friendships don't really work. I'm like, but
No.
I literally have money to get. Like, so if you don't want to help me promote your product or help me, that's what I'm trying to help you do something too. So if you don't want to come together and do nothing, I'm just like, why are you really here? I don't need nobody laying up under me. Like
So on.
I already got a daughter that does that. Like,
Yeah. I like, do you know what? I think it changes. It changes when you have children as well, because that tolerance for things, your need is different. Your need is different, and everybody has different needs. This is what I've acknowledged as well. Some people just want to talk and not really be proactive about anything. And I have
right.
haven't got the luxury to do that. I haven't got the luxury to do that. It needs to be productive, proactive, supportive, something. It's got to be something. I can't just have aimless conversations or interactions. So I'm totally with you there. And I don't think it's a bad way to be honest. That's how you move, that's how you meet tribe, and also you inspire people as well. You inspire me. I bought a bloody guitar. You showed me clips of you playing your guitar and whatever the case may be. I was like, I want one. I got myself a guitar. I got my daughter a ukulele. So I'm gonna be coming for you on the music thing. I'm gonna be coming for you.
I'm gonna take your word on that. Cause I'm picking mine up every day.
Jeez, see, that's inspiration there again. That's why I love it. This is why I love it.
Hey, you wanna know what my confirmation was to pick my guitar up?
Tell me.
After I had my third lesson with my I will, you know what I mean, with he's kind of like a acquaintance of mine now, and he's just, you know, giving me opportunity. But his brother has won a couple Grammys, and they do music all the time. So I was sitting at his house, and he was like, "Bro, like, you got this shit. Go out there and fucking do it." And that's what I'm saying. Coming from him, and then actually having other, you know what I mean? I have friends already that do music.
Mm-hmm.
But coming from him and him being so close, and he was like, "Bro, pick up that fucking guitar." Like, and I'm like, "I got you." You know, like that's what I'm like. I'm just having fun with it, but it's like my therapy now. Like even playing, like even learning how to, like I learned how to play a couple of her songs. I played like you know what I mean, like somebody, but I actually like there's a lot of people that want to pick up the guitar and just learn how to play other people's shit. I have music already. I'm learning how to play my own shit.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to put that out there. I just can't wait. I've heard little snippets, but I need the fullness. I need it. I've been waiting for that.
So that's why I just been laying low trying to get that out, and just been you know, that's why I just been happy about it. But at the same time, I'm meeting people and teaching people the things that I learned, and I'm okay with that too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't, you know what I mean? If you're not gonna stick around, it ain't really gonna bother me. That's what I'm saying. I just be giving people information, and I be like, oh, here, you know what I mean? Catch this, learn this. This will be dope. And then I just kind of keep it pushing.
It's beautiful, and the energy you put back out there will most definitely come back around. So you don't even have to worry about what they do after, you know, because you will get that back. Trust me, you've got pure intentions, you've got a beautiful, pure heart, and yeah, you definitely will be getting that energy reciprocated right back.
Yeah, but remember, we gotta stop looking. You gotta stop looking for love, because that's when it's gonna come to you. Remember, the affirmations is cool, but God is really not. Watch out. Affirmations work, but they don't work to get a perfect man.
Right. So they don't work to get a perfect man. Okay, yeah, I can, yeah, because I hear that, because nobody's perfect. I feel you on that.
Correct, because nobody's perfect. Correct.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I do.
So please, let's stop treating our fellow beings like they can't have fucking flaws.
It's true, man. Let's be empathetic. Let's be kind. Fucking hell. Let's be forgiving. You know. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna be forgiving, but if you ignore me, I'm gonna block your ass. Yeah, we keep. That's what I'm saying. We don't like overly toxic, and it ain't even about being overly toxic. That's what I'm saying. Princess, you know a man is not gonna play with you if he trying to be with you. Stop trying to play this game with me.
It's true. It's true.
If a man is trying to, if a man really wants you, he is not about to play about your ass, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop.
No, you know the difference. You definitely know the difference. You do know the difference. When somebody knows that it's you and you're their person and you are who they want in their life, you know the difference. And that, it's not.
And how do you think I felt? How do you think I would feel then if I poured my heart out and then get left on red? You think I should respond back to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, see, the thing is, like, come on, give it to me straight. What? Give her another chance? Hell
Right.
no.
So it depends. This is what I was saying to you the other day. It depends on the circumstances surrounding the red. It depends because we all go through things and we all go through things differently. Like, I know that you have anxiety sometimes. I have anxiety sometimes as well. And sometimes what that means is if somebody messages me, especially somebody that I care about, and it's not the right time, I'm not in the right space, rather than to give them crumbs of my energy and a really just shit response, I will wait until I'm in a better place and then respond in full.
Okay, you just said what you would do, Princess. I didn't get no text message back.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that, to be honest. There's no excuse for that. I think that's quite rude because even if she was in that space that I just mentioned, it is simply, even if it's after a day or two, to say, do you know what? I'm not in the greatest of spaces.
Thank you.
I appreciate your sentiments, and I'm gonna get back to you on that once I feel more grounded. It comes down to common courtesy as well, just manners.
Remember, I was just saying, open your fucking mouth. A closed mouth don't get fed. Where the fuck?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel that. I definitely feel that. And yeah, the thing
come
is,
on, Princess. Hey, Princess. Remember, I was telling you, I don't even like. I don't remember. Remember, what's on my online dating? Remember, it's a no go. Like, it's legit. It's a legit no go. Like, I don't like if you're saying, oh, I want to get to. No, I don't want to get to know you. How far are you? How far are you? No, I'm fine. Like, if you want to get to know me through my podcast and my business. That's how you can get to know me. Like, other than that, I'm not about to have no more conversations. Ain't no more, oh, what's your favorite color? Ain't no 21 questions. Ain't no, none of that. I'm good. I don't want none of it. Not even in my own city. Not even if you over here. No.
You made a valid point once. You said to me, I say it like that's the only time you made a valid point, but it's not. But this time is when I remember you said to me, look, if a woman really wants to know like about you, she will go and do some research, she will look at your posts, she will look at your content, she will see what you're about, etc., because that's what men do. And it made me think, because I was like, I don't really do that. And I was like, oh, that might
gold diggers do.
I was like, yeah, but they do. But then it made me think, why don't I do that? And yeah, it's become something that I would consider doing. If I was interested in somebody, I would do it rather than to ask, 100 million questions. Although I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think I see where someone showing that they've actually taken the time to research you and your likes and whatever prior to speaking to you, I see where that can show to someone that, you know what, this person is genuinely interested in me. It's nice that somebody's taken the time to do that.
I mean, Princess, for instance, for me, like, remember I was telling you, I'm gonna go off of face value off of whatever the fuck you're saying. So excuse the French, but whatever you're saying, I'm gonna take that at face value. What I mean by that is, if you hit me up, and the first thing you notice is like this handsome young man, and that's the only research you've done, because that's the majority of the time. It's like, oh, he look cute. I'm gonna say something to him.
Yeah.
Oh, he a hunk. I'm gonna say something to him. He got nice muscles and a nice face and a nice smile. I'm gonna say something to him.
Yeah.
If that's all you know from me, you might end up getting cussed out and then be highly disappointed.
Oh, snap. Cussed out. Oh, my goodness. You're harsh, man. Cussed out. Can't you think you're sexy? Is it a crime to think you're sexy?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. And then I stopped getting into that mindset of me feeling like I was extra. Because I put out the same energy that I want given back. When I'm interested in a shorty, I make sure that I know what I'm doing. I make sure I know what I'm talking about. Like
Like,
I'm not coming at you with no basic ass shit. I understand that there's a difference between running game. There's a difference between running game and then legit just trying to be real and understand.
yeah, there is.
I don't run game on women. I speak.
Mm-hmm.
I literally speak. Like I know what I want to know. I know what answers I want to know. I'ma ask.
Mm-hmm.
I don't beat around the bush. Ain't no point of doing that.
Yeah, the direct approach definitely.
So if a woman is approaching you and it's like I'm saying, like it's easy to be like, okay, like we ain't in person, girl. You can't like I can't see you eyeing me. Damn, baby, you look good. I can't see you eyeing me. It's not the same. That online shit is fake.
Do you know what? This is a thing. I'm so glad. It's very refreshing that you think like that, because I can't get with the online thing either. And I feel like I'm the only person that says this type of stuff in my circle when I'm saying, like, I can't get with it. And it's not my age, because there's people older than me that are really on this online hype. And I'm just like, I can't do it. You're right. It takes a lot to get to know somebody online, even more so than if you were in person. And for me, I'm such an energy person. I want to feel your energy. Before I make any decisions, I want to feel your energy in person. I want to see and feel your aura. I need that. I can't make any decisions. Until I feel that. Or it's going to take a prolonged time of us speaking online for me to gather that. And in this day and age now, nobody has time for that. Everybody's just
text
on
message,
quick.
messaging. Yeah, text messaging is not a form of communication in my eyes anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not sufficient. It's not enough. It's not sufficient. It's really, really not enough. I'm glad you think like that as well, because I was feeling like I was just an anomaly, like all on my own with that. But it's refreshing to hear that, and especially coming from a man as well, because all the men I speak to, or in my circle, they're like, what? Like, yeah, I mean, all my girls from online and blah, 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 and this. And I'm just like, yeah, but that's fine. But how long do you take to actually get to know them first?
Man, fuck these hoes. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's what I'm saying. That was another gender neutral statement. Fuck everybody. I can't do it. No. Give me real connections. Shit. I mean, because even like if I'm trying to be cool with like a guy, and that's what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like niggas be going through stuff. I get it. Then you want it, then pull up, hit the blunt. They can't even do that. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying, like to like people I care about, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm sending you good energy. And it's what I'm saying. I know how to actually make somebody feel my energy. I know how to do that. I know everybody don't, but I'm at that level to where I understand how to do that now. But even then, that's what I'm saying. Like people, you know what I mean? Like the that's what I'm saying. Like the internet. Oh, I'm sorry for you. Oh, you know, I'm praying for you. That's what I'm saying. A million people doing that still not gonna make a person feel better.
Exactly.
And if you can understand that. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the stuff will feel fake. That's why I'm just posting shit now. That's why you're gonna see me posting TikToks and you're gonna see me actually doing funny stuff. And it's like because it don't matter now. Now I'm back in the reality of all this is a game. Now I'm back in that reality of all this shit is a game, and I'm not messing with none of y'all. Why? Because all of this is a game. I don't even know if you're real or not. You could be a hologram for all I know. I really don't know.
That's facts, though. That's facts. And you know what you said just now is so important when you said, look, messaging, a million people messaging you and saying, I hope you feel better across, from the internet, unless you have a genuine connection and unless that person can pull up and really be there for you if you need it. What does that really mean? What does that really mean in your comment section? Is that person going to jump in your inbox? Is that person really going to phone your phone? Does that person really care? But for a lot of people, that that appeases them. It's like, oh, people care, but that's why you're always half empty, because that's what you rely on. That to you is your support network. That's not a real support network. It just isn't. Don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of groups where women are really showing up for other women. I'm in a few groups on Facebook, and I see like people offering assistance if a woman comes with hardship and stuff like that, and like, oh, send me your cash app or whatever, which is beautiful to see. But we can't be so reliant on the internet for our needs, for our emotional or physical needs. We can't. We need to evolve past that now.
Like you just said, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Remember, I told you I speak on what I see.
Right.
And I pray that nobody takes offense to what I see and what I can understand, because the times that I choose not to speak on things because I like to be understood. It's a lot of young women that do that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I see it more from the guys' end, but like you said, us guys, if we complain, we just get tossed in the bucket of other motherfuckers that complain. Women don't get that same thing. Like you said, they might get assistance or they might get help in something that they need. But I think it's pretty bad, because that's what I'm saying. I'll see a trend. That's what I'm saying. Like, some of these women, they only post on their OnlyFans towards the end of the month when they rip about to need to get paid.
Oh snap! Is that what it is? Oh,
hey, I ain't got nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's stuff that I see, and I'm like, ooh, like,
no.
Like, and that's what I'm like some of this stuff, it gets shallow, because I'm just like, baby girl, like, you put yourself in this own position, and then now you're asking for help to people to dig you out. That ain't gonna work for a man. Remember, we just talked about that. Like, that same thing is not gonna work for a man.
So if it doesn't work for men, why are these platforms so successful? Why are men signing up? Why are they subscribing? Why, if that's not what men want? Because I feel like men send a lot of mixed messages.
The men that you want aren't the men that are doing these things.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's just get that out the way. The men that you want, they're probably not doing these things. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could be hella interested in a woman, and then you find out she got a fucking OnlyFans, and then you got kids, and you just like, bruh, like, that whole industry is about to crash and burn. Like, I don't know. I remember I was talking about that over 2 years ago, though. Like, when I found out that they were trying to take money from the regular porn industry because they were tired of them having PayPal and being connected to these billion-dollar platforms because of the money that was being. It's nasty money. They don't want it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's fine and dandy. I don't have an issue with it, but it's like, damn, baby girl, like you looking for validation online. That's what I've literally heard or seen a woman say these words like, oh, like, can you tell me I feel pretty? Like, it makes me feel good about myself. Like,
wow.
Like, and that's what I'm like when you think about it too, and that's what, like, some of these girls, it's crazy, because some of them be so drop dead fucking gorgeous, no joke, and you'll be like, damn, like, why are you posting your body? Why are you posting your body online?
I've never understood where women must be at within themselves to be fishing for compliments and asking people to compliment them and saying things like, oh, I'm ugly, or I'm this and I'm that, and asking for outside approval. Because once your approval comes from outside, they've got a hold of everything. They've got a hold of you. Whatever they say, if they say you're ugly, then you're ugly. If they say you're beautiful, then you're beautiful. You've got no true sense of self. You're giving away such power. And I've never understood it. And you know something? I understand insecurity, I do, but I don't understand placing that power in somebody else's hands for them to take or give at any time. So you're always at their mercy. I've just never understood that.
That's why it gets so confusing, Princess. That's what I'm like, That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just say you interested, and that's what I'm saying. Like, as even a woman, let's just say you're interested in a dude, and then find out he a porn star, and then you find a couple of his videos of him, like literally screwing other women. It's gonna turn you off.
Facts.
And that's what I'm saying. The only reason why it's not gonna turn you off is because you have fantasies of some shit like that, and being in that industry, or you okay with it.
That's got a time limit. That's got a time limit for anybody. Even if you're excited by it in the beginning, that will grow old very fast.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to be in that field to like something like that,
Yeah.
or already been thinking about it your whole life.
Your whole life, yeah. And does it really have any longevity? I can't really see that going far if you're serious about a person.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm like. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. What if I did spend $10, $12, or $6 for the OnlyFans? I'd be so heartbroken if I would have. That's what I'm saying. You know, you probably see something that you really like, damn, like, and then like, let's just thank God that, like, you know, some of these men don't get involved, or like either, you know, gender neutral, that we don't get involved with some of these people first before we knowing this. Because just think about the soul tie that you're connecting yourself to, then find out that they doing all this stuff that you might not be okay with, but you already connected to them.
That's right.
It's gonna be so hurtful letting them go. It's gonna be fucking like dying.
Truth. But this is why, for me, I find it so difficult to be in that situation now. I find it so difficult to put myself in a situation where I'm truly trusting and putting myself in someone else's hands. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that people are fickle. No matter how much they love you, no matter how much you love them, a person is still a person. And people, this is why they say, you know, the flesh is weak. So unless somebody is spiritual, and even if they are spiritual, people change. People evolve, they transition, they regress, all of these things. You just have to be ready for that. I feel like, you know, pain is going to come. Pain, I wouldn't say pain is going to come. I'd say it could come. And to deny that it could come is already setting yourself up for a fall. I'm not saying to be cynical and not create connections with people, because is that really living? But it's just to be aware of the nature of life and position yourself in a position most likely not to take that type of fall that you know that you cannot manage. Just like these situations that you mentioned, I don't know why men would purposely get themselves involved with women that they meet on OnlyFans, etc., and expect anything else apart from like a transactional relationship. I don't understand why you would place yourself in that type of position. It's just common sense. It's ABC. If she's on there to make money, and you're giving her that money, the chances are the relationship is going to be of that nature. Do you know what I mean? If you want to connect with somebody who you feel is your soulmate, etc., the likelihood of finding them on OnlyFans is very slim. And this goes for men and women. Do you know what I mean? Men and women. And it doesn't solely just come down to looks, because I know a lot of women, a lot of my friends personally say they don't want to go out with good-looking men. I don't want to go out with a good-looking man because, you know, the likelihood of him cheating is more. It's more than looks. It's more than that. It's strength of character. It's values. It's, you know, self-knowledge, self-worth, all of these things. You know what I mean? So I just think we just need to start looking deeper, because a lot of the time we like to complain, men are this, women are that, etc. But it's us and our choices a lot of the time. It's us and our choices and our self-worth that puts us in situations a lot of the time that we can't manage, because 9 times out of 10, when you meet somebody, your gut will tell you where this is going to go. Your gut will tell you if this is going to be something that you should be getting into. But a lot of the time we ignore that. We get into something and then we say, oh no, that's broken my heart. I'm never going to have a relationship again. When really what you should be saying is, I'm never going to ignore my intuition again. You know? Yeah. So it's just stuff like that. It's just, you know, that's why I think spending time with yourself is important. spending time with yourself is a good thing. For me, personally, I'm not lonely. I'm not feeling like, oh, I wish this or I wish that, because I know this part is a crucial part of my journey. Me getting to know myself and understand myself. A lot of us don't know ourselves properly or really understand ourselves properly. And
Thank you. Still learning. That's what I'm saying. Are we gonna take the time to learn? Some of us no.
exactly, this is it. So yeah, it's a lot of accountability that's missing in this society these days. Sometimes we have to take accountability for ourselves and our actions, you know.
Correct.
But Mr. Spivey, is it Spivey?
It
Am I
is.
saying that right? Am I
Yes,
being too
ma'am.
English?
No.
Okay,
You said
Mr.
too
Spivey.
English.
Because I know we pronounce things different. I love when you say yes, ma'am. That's so cute. But yes, my darling, we're at an hour and a half. This is the Respect the View podcast. We're back in full effect. It's been a beautiful connect. Did you see what I did there? Did you see?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
That was good.
I'm feeling myself. But yes, darling, should we catch up tomorrow? Should we do
Yes,
this again
ma'am.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
I had my ring light and everything. I put my lip gloss on and everything ready. My phone is currently on a stand. Are we going to do a visual to this?
Yeah. We'll be tomorrow. We'll be on visual tomorrow.
Wicked. All right, cool. Let's do that tomorrow then, my darling.
Perfect.
We'll touch base about times and stuff like that, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my darling. Kiss the kiddies for me and
I
give yourself
got
a
you.
hug from me. And yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow.
Sounds good. Talk to you
All right.
later.
Love.
Much love.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, thank you for listening to Respect the View podcast. Let me know what you thought about the podcast. Leave a review. Jump to my website. You can leave something on the comments page, write on the blog post. And another thing, my podcast is taking sponsors. If you would like a sponsorship slot in my podcast, just hit me up. Let me know. Let's stay connected. All right. Much love. I'm out.